Initially, what caught my attention was the pin on the table, gleaming silver and indicative of expense. They expected me to sign it. Upon entering the cafe's back room, I encountered them, my son, his wife, a bank manager with an overly broad grin, and a real estate broker arranging papers like bait. My daughter-in-law motioned to the vacant chair. "Let's discuss as family," she suggested. I chose not to sit down. 3 days ago, my son had stood on my porch, his eyes ablaze with eagerness. "You have the power to transform my life, Dad. Just sell the farm. Invest in the business." "You don't comprehend the struggle," he asserted. I conveyed the truth. "I do understand. I merely worked for mine without taking it from someone else." He departed without a glance back. I believed that was the end of it. However, I was mistaken. Back then, he was my pride. A boy who used to sprint across the fields barefoot, pursuing fireflies. I had taught him how to plant, fix fences, and read the sky for rain. When his mother passed away, I took on both parental roles, supporting him through various trials. However, from college to career aspirations, the boy I once knew morphed into a man who valued himself by dollars and speed. He ceased attending Sunday dinners and inquiring about the crops. Every dialogue transformed into a sales pitch. Each embrace felt like a business deal. The first significant fissure appeared during Thanksgiving. He arrived with his wife, more elegantly dressed than anyone else in the room, her laughter appearing scripted. She asked numerous questions regarding the deed, querying if the land could be liquidated if necessary. I feigned ignorance. Later, I discovered an email left unattended on the guest room laptop. It wasn't addressed to me. They had forgotten to close it. I read enough to understand their scheme. If I wouldn't willingly comply, they would pressure me. "We merely need his signature," she had written. "Once it's in our name, we can mortgage it." I remained silent. I did not challenge them. I closed the laptop, saw the weekend through, and sent them home with leftovers. That evening, I contacted a stern-looking attorney, and we revised my will, incorporating a trust, and ensured every square foot of the farm was more secure than a safe deposit box. Additionally, I reached out to an old acquaintance, neighbor Bill, a Vietnam veteran with connections. I requested him to investigate. In 3 days, I had a file on their startup business, sinking in debt. My land was crucial for their survival, which explains my return to the cafe. The bank manager placed the papers before me. "Just a typical transfer of ownership," he explained. The broker concurred. "We've already secured a buyer willing to pay above market value." My son avoided eye contact while his wife smiled as if she had already triumphed. I leaned closer and said, "You put in a lot of effort." She replied, "It's for the best," adding, "You can relax and enjoy life." I countered, "I intended to, but not on your conditions." This was when I gestured toward the entrance, and Bill entered along with my lawyer. Following them was a sheriff's deputy, clutching his own folder. I observed their expressions transform, from puzzlement to comprehension. The deputy initiated the conversation. "Mr. Thompson, you've been officially served with fraud charges." He passed the documents to my daughter-in-law, causing her smile to falter. My lawyer then placed a pile of papers in front of my son. "These are the documents that strip you of your inheritance to the farm. The trust is final and non-reversible. You have no claim." I then laid Bill's file on the table, revealing photos, bank statements, evidence of their debts, emails. "You sought to seize my life's labor for a foundering vessel. I won't allow you to pull me under with it, but neither will I watch you drown." A hush fell, only interrupted by the refrigerator humming in the cafe kitchen. My son's voice broke. "Father," I raised my hand. "You have made your decision. I am making mine." I stood up, pushed the unused pen back across the table, and left. Bill followed suit. The deputy remained to attend to further paperwork. That night, I sat on the porch, gazing over the fields. Every fence post and furrow I dug by hand was bathed in moonlight. I no longer harbored anger. Instead, I found clarity. For years, I've nurtured this land, and I wouldn't allow greed, not even from my kin, to contaminate it. Revenge isn't always flames and fury. At times, it's the tranquil fulfillment of locking a door they can never reopen again. Kindly appreciate, follow, and disseminate this tale.